Hi everybody, Jake here for FMSCOUT and welcome to today's video where I'm going to be showing you guys the FM Transfer Update download that's really easy to install and it's so good in game. It's either the best or one of the best at least modifications you can get for Football Manager. I really like it, and to tie us over between now and the start of FM22 I think it's really good. Not only does it have all the updated transfers that have happened in the summer window, it's also got competition rule changes, things like that, current ability and potential ability changes based on how players performed in real life in the 2021 season, promotion, relegations, all that stuff. Like I mentioned, it's really easy to install and some great work has been done by the FM Transfer Update team. So without further ado, we'll go and look at it. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoy it and drop a comment down below if you're going to use this or if you need any help setting it up. If you come across any issues, let us know. But yeah, let's get straight into it and I hope you enjoyed the video. Okay, so firstly, where can you get these files from? How do you install it? Well, in the description of this video down below, there'll be a link to the FMSCOUT page where you can click download, or alternatively, you can go to the FM Transfer Update website, which I'll show now on screen. The great thing about this FM Transfer Update website is that it's pretty much run by the community. There is a guy supervising it called Pro, so shout out to him and his team for setting this up. But if you wanted to, you can go onto the website, and if you know of a transfer that isn't on there yet, you can suggest it. It's really easy to put in. It's got a great user interface, so there's no hassle to do things. You can just suggest a player, the supervisors will look at it and then put it onto the website. So yeah, it's really easy to use. You guys can contribute to it, whether it's a £100 million signing that no one's picked up on, or whether it's a assistant coach for an under-19s team. You can suggest it and these guys will try and sort it out so that in the updated versions of the transfer update, these things will be represented. So all you guys will need to do to install this, and the instructions are on both websites, so it should be quite easy to pick up. But you just download the zip file, go into your Football Manager files, find the editor data file, and then unzip your folder within that file, and then you'll see it in game when you do something like this. So I'll show you guys how it works now within Football Manager. So here we are on the Football Manager start screen. I've already unzipped the files into the editor data folder. If you don't have one within your Football Manager files called editor data, just make your own folder, call it that, and it should work perfectly fine. And yeah, as you can see, we're here at the start of Football Manager. You can see my Lazio save. If any of you guys want to check that out, feel free to check out my channel, linked in the description. Any support is appreciated, and if you want to hit the subscribe button ahead of FM22, where we've got a few series planned, then that would be great. But here we are at the start of Football Manager. All you're going to do, start a new game, career, like you would usually. But before you go in and pick your team and set up what leagues and stuff you want loaded, you'll see here, you can see the 21.4 update database is already preloaded, so that's the Football Manager provided one. However, when you click on it and look below, you'll see all the editor data files that you can choose from. So there were 31 in total in the zip file, everything from new Bulgarian league formats to Danish league formats, updated injuries in Indian Super League, all of that kind of thing can be found in here. You guys can choose to have all of these in your game, or you can just pick and choose what you want. So if you just want promotions and relegations or transfers, you can do that. So I'm just going to quickly show it off here by showing the current and potential ability changes. We're also going to show off the transfers because that is one of the coolest parts of it, and the promotion and relegations. So that's what we're going to look at. As you can see, the version that I downloaded has all of the transfers as of September the 10th, and you can kind of see there's so much going on there, loads of things you can pick. So now all I'm going to do with those 3 editor data files ticked, remember you guys can tick whichever ones you want, I'm just going to start up a new game like you normally would, and I'll see you there. Okay, so here we are guys, I'm here managing Aston Villa. They obviously had a massive transfer window with Jack Grealish leaving and then spending all of that money on rebuilding their team, and I think they did a pretty successful job. So we'll look at the kind of players that they've got and the kind of other transfers that have gone on, just to show you how easy it was to set up. But as you can see, if we go to the Premier League, we can see Brentford are up here now. Who else got promoted this year? Watford and Norwich are also up, and the teams that got relegated, Sheffield United, etc., are no longer in the Premier League. So that's all updated, which is cool. Similarly, if we go to the Championship, you can see Fulham are down here now, as are Sheffield United. West Brom are down as well. So it's all updated, really cool to see. And on top of that, we of course had the transfers come in. So if we go to the team report, let's just do the squad depth team report at Aston Villa, we can see players here already such as Danny Ings, who has moved across as he did in real life from Southampton. Leon Bailey is here at Aston Villa. We've got Ashley Young, we've got John McGinn, Morgan Sanson. John McGinn was already at the club, but Morgan Sanson is a new player, of course. And you might notice that even though the in-game clock says July 2020, that's just because in Football Manager's eyes, we've just started up a save. But of course, these players are the players that would be in the club at the end of the 21 season. So this transfer update is so cool. As you can see, we've got Aston Villa with their updated squad there. Similarly, if we go to Arsenal, we can see they've got Martin Odegaard in on a permanent permanent deal now. He's a pretty good player for them in Football Manager. You've got Ben White at the club, you've got Tomiyasu at the club, so that's really cool to see. If you do remember, we did also tick the file that will change the current ability and potential ability ratings based on the 2021 season of how players did, but I don't know what everyone's current ability originally was and what it is now. I don't know every single player's, so I'm going to skip looking at that, but you can just imagine what they've done. They've improved some players, downgraded some others, I'm sure, improved the potential of some new breakout wonder kids that came about, maybe lowered the potential of some who haven't been living up to the hype. I don't know the ins and outs of every change that they've done, but it's pretty cool to just have a refreshing set of players who are going to be good and going to be bad in your save, as we are getting to the point now where FM21 is probably becoming a bit stale to you guys. Now, of course, a great benefit of this update is the fact that some of you, I know, won't buy Football Manager every year and might skip out a few years, but might still want to use the updated players. You might not have the new features of the new Football Manager game, but if you want to use the updated player sets, the updated competition rules, that kind of thing, this download is perfect. I'm super impressed with it. I'm not just saying it, I think it is so cool. And when I started downloading it, I thought, oh, I'm going to have to go through a whole malarkey to set this up. It was really just a quick push of maybe 3 or 4 buttons and it was set up, so that's super cool to see. If we're looking at some teams that have been greatly affected by this transfer update, there's no better place to look than PSG. If you go into PSG, you can see the transfers that have happened. Lionel Messi is at the club. You've got Wijnaldum here, Donnarumma, Hakimi, just to name a few of the signings that they did make. Nuno Mendes is here on loan with the option to buy. So that's pretty awesome that all these things are represented in game. So cool to see PSG. I think we'll finish off this video just by quickly looking at Barcelona and see the transfers that have been made there. So if you go to Barcelona, we know that they of course lost Lionel Messi, but they did bring in the mighty Luke de Jong, who is at the club now. So he's there, everyone. I know you're going to be gassed to play as Barcelona now just to get your hands on Luke de Jong up front. So as you can see, this transfer update is awesome. I'll try not to drag this video out too long, but I really suggest you guys download it if you want to start a new save before FM22, or if you're not planning on getting FM22, or you just want to check out the great work that they've done. Don't forget to head to the FM Transfer Update website, check it out, maybe even contribute some changes yourself. The bigger the community that's working on this, the better the effects of the update are going to be, and it's just been growing and growing, and it's really nice to see how this update has came along. We've of course showed the Messis, the Wijnaldums, the world's biggest transfers, but what if we look for something that I know off the top of my head that went quite under the radar? Chelsea youngster called Lewis Bate went to Leeds. I didn't even check this beforehand, but I just know that these guys are so good, they would have put it in. And as you can see, he has joined Leeds in the game. So this is just really cool to see. I know more about the Premier League than I do other leagues. That's why I've mainly showed Premier League, but I'm sure if you're a fan of the Dutch divisions or something, you can go and see players Ajax have signed, that kind of thing. For example, I know Darame has joined Ajax. That was a fairly big transfer in itself, to be honest. And I really am amazed by the work that's been done on this transfer update. So that being said, guys, that will end today's video. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Don't forget to check out the link down below to download this pack. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already ahead of FM22, and feel free to drop a comment if you need any help about anything, or you just want to drop the praises to the team that have made this, because it is so cool. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.